It's not for everyone. By the way, I'm wearing what happened to me very well.
Right.
This, it is a bizarre person to be, but I think I was the right person to be this person.
Are you comfortable?
Very.
It's Breaking Bread.
Hey kids, I'm out on tour and going pretty heavy this fall, winter, up pretty much straight through until next June. We just announced a whole bunch of new dates. We're going to San Francisco, NJ-PAC, Philadelphia. We're going to just a whole bunch of places. We're going to Austin, Texas is on. We're going to a whole run in Florida. We've got some Canadian dates. There's no chance that you don't live near where I am coming. So go to tompapa.com, look up the new tour. Also, our new bread products. I have this new line of bread products, Tom Papa and Nambe, this beautiful designer. We have a whole bunch of bread products that's coming out. That'll be on tompapa.com as well. So head over there, and I'll see you on the road. Also, anyone who hasn't joined our Patreon, join our Patreon. It's a great place to get extra bonus content, a great way to support us here at the podcast. We need one more person. We can't afford them. And we need you to pay for it. It's a great place, and it's a great way to round out the community. So go to patreon.com and look up our podcast and join us. It's a fun way to be a part of the community. And you guys are the best. Nice to see you.
Nice to meet you. Nice to see you. I think we've met briefly. Did we?
Briefly.
I don't know.
We don't really know each other at all. And I have to say, I was a little intimidated. I'm like,
really?
She's so funny, and I hope I don't blow it. And I was really thinking about it when I was baking you bread this morning. I'm like, don't give her a lame loaf.
Well, when do we get into the bread? Is it a segment?
You can take it home.
Oh, we take it home. We don't get a piece now.
You could. It's your bread, and whatever you want to do. We have a knife. We have olive oil.
Okay. We'll just do it for tradition.
Look at you. Look at you.
Unbelievable, guys. Look at this.
Beautiful. Tear it with your mitts. Oh, my God. Do you want... You don't even need olive oil. Right? It's warm.
That's unbelievable.
Nice to meet you.
That is unbelievable. When did were you COVID baking? When did this happen?
Before COVID. Before it was cool. I got into sourdough. A writer friend of mine taught me about it, and I haven't stopped. I bake nonstop. That's kind of a sickness.
That's unbelievable. You're married? She happy?
She's happy. That is the big thing, being able to fill the house with the smell of baked bread all the time.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, how can you be mad at me?
You can't.
You can't.
I baked you bread. This is the first time that's happened to me in my whole life.
For real?
Somebody's baked me bread.
No way.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Really? I thought you'd have bread growing up.
We had bread, but nobody said,
This is
Robbie,
yours.
I baked you a bread.
It was fight over your...
My mother bought rye bread all the time, and we made challah, but we made it. It wasn't like
Right.
somebody. Yeah.
And gave it to you. I've been practicing challah, and I'm getting pretty good at it. The shaping's a little... It always kind of like... the braid always kind of like fails at the end. But it's getting lighter and fluffier inside.
This is maybe the best bread I've had, too.
Thank you. That means a lot.
Like, do you sell it to stores, bakeries?
No. I'm trying to figure out how to monetize it. I do have bread products coming out. Like different knives and cutting boards and stuff.
Unbelievable. I had no idea.
Congratulations. You're having having a great year.
Would it kill me to have a moment?
Yeah, it's
I
nice.
can't have a moment? I can't have a fucking
You
moment?
can have a moment.
Excuse me.
I saw Moody shots in New York Times. And
Can you imagine?
It's so
Styled
cool.
myself.
It's so nice.
Worth pointing out, because now that I go to these things, some of these things I go to, they're not paid, but they give you a styling budget. I said, can I have the money? I'm wearing my own clothes. It's like they're dangling. There is money.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? It's like, we have $1,500 for stylists, but it's like, why are you paying them when I'm going to style myself?
Yeah.
I know you have $1,500 now. It's such like a weird,
Right.
Well, we don't have money for that. Well, the 1,500 isn't going anywhere.
You had 1,500. Give it to me.
And then I said, okay, well, can I use my given name and write you a styling invoice? Like it's not a lie. I do style myself. Mm-hmm. When you're whatever the hell I am, I'm not just like necessarily, going into the Gap.
What's interesting about your style, though, if I may, is it seems so natural. It seems like
exactly.
It seems like you've always looked like that.
Exactly. The thing with me always is finding the size because I tend to wear men's and I'm small even for a woman. Mm-hmm. So it's my style is informed by whatever fits. That's in the,
it's funny.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's where it's ended. I don't have any affinity to anything I wear, but it's like, oh, it was boys and it fit me.
Right.
So it's not that hard to style me.
Yeah.
I can be particular. I do, vintage. I don't like to. I like high end, but not spending. So I buy everything used.
Right. Oh yeah. Yeah. Because I've seen you. You talk about growing up poor.
Yeah.
And I was wondering, what does that do when you start to make money and because you're making it in Hollywood? Mm-hmm. Like, what does that do to your head? Like, are you still frugal? Are you don't want to spend your money on...
I'd love to sell out sooner rather than later if possible. Uh-huh. But the horrendous situation I'm in is like, I would love to forget the past and just live, but I'm wondering if my ways and my past are here to haunt me forever, because I would love to just, I think it's twofold. There's a very fun aspect to it in that if somebody like me makes it, God willing, and gets, bottles, models, cars, you name it. Like, everybody would be happy for me.
Yeah.
Like, if somebody saw me driving down the block in a green Lambo, I like to joke, like, they'd be like thrilled for Robbie, know? Versus like friends I have who grew up, Westwood, the whole thing.
Yeah.
They have to drive a Prius.
Yeah.
and it's a horrendous car. I don't know if you've been in the Prius.
They're terrible.
They have gone out of their way to make it so boring inside. Like, so... But they have to, that's the suffering that they have to do now. It's not much, it barely, but they do have to be in the Prius. They can't be in the green Lambo versus like, a Kendrick gets big and he's in the Celine, Canadian tuxedo. We're like, fucking go. So I think that's the fun part of it. But the hard part of that is like, could I, should I, it's
right.
So I'm at, and I joke with my wife all the time that she also comes from nothing, that we, we learned, I don't know where I heard this growing up, but it's like the wealth whispers. Uh-huh. Like, I'm screaming. If I'm wearing anything.
Yeah, you want everyone to know.
Like this, I got, $7 at the Goodwill. But it has a little hit. I find that very effective.
Yeah.
That's very effective. I am screaming. Whatever money, and my whole family's the same. Like, I was once warning. I met Kristen Stewart a couple times years ago. Uh-huh. I wouldn't say we're friends, though. I'd love, I would be friends. But we were acquaintances at one point.
Yeah.
And this was years ago. And she said something to the effect of like, oh, yeah, if we, at the time, I don't know, I said, she said something like, oh, I would come to your wedding if you ever got married or something. I don't know how it came up. I said, no, you could never be invited to my wedding because you'd never survive my brothers. Like, it's not even personal, but like, someone like my brother Shmuel will walk up to somebody like Kristen Stewart and say, so how much you make a movie? Something like that. Like something like Twilight. What does that go for? He's totally curious. He doesn't mean anything bad. He's like, something like Twilight. What does that go for? And the more cool you play it, if you go, well, I do very well, or the whole wedding, the best way out of that is to say 20 million USD. Okay, that's what I figured. That it ends it. Like, if you could just deal with that, because otherwise it's like somebody, I went to school in Boston. Don't give me Boston. Okay, if you went to Harvard, just immediately say, I went to Harvard.
Right.
We could at least, the conversation ends, hopefully they walk away, or we could talk about,
Yeah.
it's not, the
Don't
more
be
you try and
coy.
play it.
Yeah.
So that's how,
Did you're one of 10 siblings?
I'm one of 10. I have 9 siblings.
Right. And did they all make their way?
Yeah, well, a lot of us did, thank God, very well. I think it's a testament to my mother. I mean, we grew up on welfare, but my mother is one of the smartest people. Both my parents are incredibly smart,
Yeah.
but the kind of idiot savants almost, or just
Like
I don't mean
autism
it
smart?
like that. Yeah, like autism smart.
Yeah.
And the thing about it is my mother was spread thin, obviously, but she was she was exactly the parent we needed. I think subconsciously or accidentally more so,
Mm-hmm.
she wasn't going to be there a lot.
Yeah.
She was, first of all, she wasn't going to be involved in our lives, decision making a lot.
Yeah,
So she
10.
just
Just the
inherently
number.
did it by example. For instance, she went back to school when we were younger. She took one evening class a week. My grandfather encouraged her to have one evening away where he
Right.
would come over and watch us. And my mother took the metro, the subway, went downtown and went to her class and came back.
Wow.
And she did that every week. We always knew, Maha school, Maha school.
Yeah.
Occasionally years later, like some 20-year-old, she's going to school with 21-year-olds.
Yeah.
She's getting an undergrad. Would come to the house like, hey, I have a project with Constance. I'm like, Ma, somebody's here for you. And it's some girl in her class
Yeah.
who she's in a group project with. And there was a hum of my mother going to school. But then one day, and it was the year I was graduating university, my mother was graduating.
Ah.
One day she was just, and Ma's graduate, we're like, what the bitches? We never even considered, but it was over
Right.
12 years. She had
Right.
taken one class consistently
Amazing.
on Wednesday nights through the summer. And after 12 years was suddenly, it felt sudden. It felt like,
A surprise.
I just assumed it was
She just do that forever?
yeah. But that sort of tenacity.
Yeah.
Thinking back now, that's sort of on welfare with 10 kids. My great uncle Eddie, may he rest in peace, downstairs and was amazing. She just was graduating. So she became the example. We just saw the perseverance, I
Right.
think.
Yeah.
And that said, even though she was spread thin, wasn't going to be there a lot in many decision-making ways or things like that. My mother was home every single day, which is a luxury now considering
Yeah.
what people have. It's I never worried, where's my mother? The bitch is in the kitchen. You want to go? The bitch, she said, you wake up in the morning, she's in the kitchen. She's just doing 9 loads of laundry a day. She cooked
Yeah.
every day because, as a kid, I wanted processed foods. I wanted,
Right.
mac and cheese or McDonald's or things like this.
Yeah.
But my mother, made fries.
Right.
She made everything. And
Yeah.
as a kid, I wanted store-bought, but now actually we ate well because
Yeah.
it's cheaper to buy a huge bag of potatoes. She'll make them herself
Yeah.
and spend, $4 on a bag of fries, for instance.
Yeah.
So that was beyond full time. So
What was her job?
no, she was a homemaker. I mean, she
But-
had 10 kids.
But she was by her. So how did she?
we were on welfare.
Oh.
Yeah, no. We were fully on welfare.
Got
she
it,
was
got
cooking,
it.
cleaning, stretching it. She
God,
also
10 kids on welfare.
I know it's not a lot.
And was this in Montreal? This was
This was in
New York.
Montreal
This-
already. Well,
Okay.
New York, we probably were on welfare too. I don't know how the finances worked then.
Yeah, yeah.
But as I got older, I started to realize, this isn't good. This
Yeah.
is not, Ma, this is
This is
at 10,
hard.
by 10, 12 years old, I was like, I got to get out. This ain't it.
Oh, really? You were aware at that young an
Well,
age?
first of all, you're yeah, I was really, we lived in a duplex. I shared a room with multiple siblings.
Yeah.
We had holes in the wall, we were really bad, but also it was doubly as I got older and even into comedy older, then I started getting mad, because because you hear all about Jews and how, and they've done very well. And I'm like, how do you even get born Jewish and poor anymore? Like, I actually never heard of it happening. I was like, wait, like she went so sad, like she really fumbled the bag. Like when you hear about it, it's almost, you know what I mean? I'm like, everywhere I look, I'm like, how did that happen? Like we were so close.
What are we, Irish?
Literally, it's like we were in New York. Okay, sounds okay, pretty good.
Yeah.
Jewish, good, poor. Like what has gone? Like where did you? It was like literally.
But why did she go with all the kids on her own to Montreal? Like, what was that thought?
We were born really religious in an Orthodox Jewish community
Right.
in New York, and my mother, that community wasn't working for her anymore. I come from my mother was badly abused, and she somehow, this is again an example thing, where my mother, with whatever brain cells she had after birthing 10 kids, natural. I mean, just picture the biggest vagina you can imagine. Okay. In 12 years.
Yeah.
No twins. And taking abuse and but still making food, still making sure we were
all the kids
sheltered,
So she makes that move. Is it like in the middle of the night kind of a thing?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Wow.
It was a very organized
Who
move.
helped her?
My grandfather, my late grandfather, who's incredible. Her father always, my mom's like a daddy's girl. And it's the sweetest thing about her. I find it very precious when I think about her with her father and my grandfather, who was truly the greatest guy, along with my great uncle Eddie, his brother. But he always stayed close to her. She had joined this religious fanatic group when she was a teenager.
What was the group?
The Orthodox Jewish group.
Just a
The Lubavitch
subsect
community.
of...
Right. A Hasidic community. And she joined it at a pretty fanatic phase of it. I think it's like everything. Things have ebbed and flowed. They had a leader alive at the time who was, he died in the late 90s. This is like all, it was like a very, I think they had a lot of people coming to it at that point.
Yeah.
And my mother was part of kind of that wave.
Right.
And her parents, who were secular Jews, middle-class working Jews doing well.
Right.
My grandfather was a butcher, just like not religious.
And were they in Montreal?
They were in Montreal, but my mother moved to New York to join this group.
Right.
And they kind of, they lost her in many ways to it.
It's like a cult.
It's a cult.
It's a cult.
But he would always keep tabs or find excuses to try and be in New York and check on her, even though the vibe of it was very much like he wasn't, like he was on the outside.
Yeah.
We had some visits with him and we adored him because he was the most likable man on the planet Earth.
Yeah. What'd you call him?
Zadie.
Zadie.
Yeah. But he kept tabs, and eventually he showed up one day and my mother was really not in a good place, and he just said,
let's go.
You look tired. And she said, I am. And he said, let's go home.
Wow.
And he said, let's go home. And she said, okay. And he had paperwork. He emigrated all of us to Canada.
Wow.
He was able to do all of that. 10 kids, the middle of the year. We moved February. And I remember landing in Canada.
Really?
Yeah, my great uncle Eddie, his brother, picked us up in a van, rented like this big white van.
Yeah.
And my mother describes it now that she just felt like such a loser, even though she was such a winner to do something so difficult, to want a better life for her kids. She landed in the U.S., in Canada, home. She felt like a failure returning to her father. She had no money in her purse because in those communities, she had just papers, and we moved in. We were supposed to temporarily move in with my great uncle Eddie, who just went to like Walmart, bought beds, bought whatever.
Wow.
And we ended up living there forever.
Did they come looking?
Oh, there was a lot that we were we weren't a part of, but we forego, because I think we got really lucky in some of those communities, especially even more fanatic ones. I know to a lot of people, the community I came from seems as fanatic, but there's always
Even more. Yeah.
Okay, it's like infinity. Once you get into those, you could do a little bit more. The children belong to the community, but because we were Canadian by birth, I'm a dual citizen. The Canadian government doesn't fuck with cult. They're like, we don't care. These are 10 Canadian kids in peril.
Yeah. You're not getting them.
And so they live, you'll have to do an international, which becomes a lot more difficult. If we were only American, and my mother hadn't been Canadian, I don't know what that looks like. I haven't heard of another family of a mother getting all 10 of her kids.
It's like a movie.
Yeah.
God.
And so when people ask the family split up, I said, I had all of my siblings. We all did it together, which is unusual. Most times you have somebody getting out of community, they did it themselves when they were older.
Yeah.
Or one had a brother who got out and they met the other brother somewhere. And but we really started a new life together in Canada.
And this was all the same father?
Yeah. Same mother, same father.
And is he still around?
He is. We have no relationship.
Yeah. The Hasidic community is such a puzzle. I grew up in North Jersey.
Right, there we go.
And it's amazing how they were like all of a sudden just spreading and taking over this whole town. And then this community takes over this whole town. And they just keep
at 10
growing.
kids a pop.
Yeah. And they come in and they take over the council so they can make their own laws. And then they change everything. And the kids don't have to go to school and all of it. It's such a mysterious. I didn't realize that it was since World War II. I thought the way they dress and everything, I was like, oh, they must have been here before Jesus. But
no, I think it's the late
new.
1800s probably. I think it was the way they dress is Eastern European,
right?
Of that time. So I don't know how it. Yeah, I always wondered like how it solidified that look, because it's also like the Bibles and stuff like that. Like I just read the Koran for the first time, but I read the New Testament. I had only read the Torah, the Old Testament. And then I decided to know what the other two major works in the world were. Just as, most things are based on these three very influential books. Yeah. And then through all of them, what I read and what I realized is like, why stop there? Like we haven't had a new Bible. Like who's like why is the latest Bible still 2,000 years old? It's like okay. So Scientology, they got one in. Yeah, I actually respect them that they got one in.
And it's thick.
It's thick.
It's a big
book.
book.
They did it. You're totally right.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll have to read the Dianetics next.
I started and I couldn't get into it.
Wait, you did? They got you?
No, just the book. Just.
No, they got you.
I'd be more successful if I had stayed in. And I just was like, well, this is kind of cool, and had that volcano on the cover. And I just gave it to my nephew. I'm like, think about it. Give it a read.
That's insane. That is insane.
See what's up with these people. Yeah. Book of Mormon, I guess. That was another stab at it. Not as impressive. It was a little thinner. And then the big Bible. A lot of bread in the Bible.
I know, and this is like biblical.
Yeah. What did you find reading the Koran? Yeah.
with all of these, I think if I was a dude, I'm in 3 seconds.
Yeah.
Like all of these, I'm like, let's go.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
But as soon as it's like, oh, it has to be me in this thing, I'm like, I don't want to fight. No, I'm not raising a sword. I can barely. This was the most I could do.
What's amazing about this story? One of the things that it's amazing about your mom, which I always find so moving, is when people. Like when you tell the story, it's this huge thing, and her going to school is a huge thing. And kind of like what you're saying in the beginning, how you're always, you're loud. You're like, look at what I've done. The quietness, the stillness that they do it, the dignity of the.
My mother is the most Canadian, sweet. She had 10 of the most American kids you could have screaming at her. All of it.
Yeah.
And my mother my little sister Yehuda says it best. She's the definition of one foot in front of the other.
Yeah. It's impressive.
Yeah.
And they don't ask for accolades. They're not like, look at me.
Nothing. She doesn't. Yeah, no. I mean, she's like the opposite beyond. I remember when, regret I have my mother, she loves music and she's an incredible musician and she always wanted to work more. I remember being a kid and she was going to maybe apply to Tim Hortons, which is like Starbucks in Canada. And, but I would say better.
Yeah.
I'm a Timmy Hose. I'm a Timmy Hose guy. But I was so embarrassed because I'm like, Ma, you can't work. She was going to work at the one right by our subway stop, our metro. But it's like so many kids from school. I'm like, they can, like after school got like a ice cap, which is like an iced coffee drink there. And I feel that she just wanted to do more, but she could never get, like the hiring was so difficult.
Yeah.
But then she was able, another amazing tenacity, she was able to start teaching privately and get more students that way. And as we were getting older. And so I remember she would like have her guitar on her back and be waiting for the bus. And a rich friend that I had at school, the father was a periodontist who worked his office building would have to go through our neighborhood on his way to the rich neighborhood home. And he would see my mother at the bus stop in the dead of winter. We're talking minus 25 in Montreal with the guitar on her back. And he'd say, let me give you a ride. I know where you're going. Because they would be rich kids, obviously getting lessons.
Yeah.
And she's like, no, I'm okay. She never, and he would say, I saw your mother again. She refused to take a ride. And my mother would be like, he's a doctor. He's a doctor. I'm like, Ma, he has to go home too.
Yeah.
But her reverence for doctors was just like he could never like me. Like, she's just.
Yeah.
Even as a kid, when we went to the doctor once a year because you had to have a clean bill of health for school or whatever, your shots or I don't even remember the paperwork.
Yeah.
But I remember one time we went to the doctor, me and three of my brothers, Menachem, Shmuel, and Schneier, my three older, 1 year, 2 years, and 3 years older, respectively. And we're sitting on like the doctor bench and we're all in our underwear, like he's doing the knee thing. He's doing the ear thing. Like, we're all like kind of cool, just sitting in our underwear.
Yeah.
And he's going down the line and he's going, my brother Shmuel, he looks healthy, hearty, doing great. Seems like, then he goes to my brother Menachem, he's a little on the smaller side. We'd love to see a little more meat on his bones. Nothing to worry about, just the kind of thing. Make sure he's finishing his plate, that sort of thing. Then he gets to me. Rivka looks fine. She's within the range. Okay, kids, have a great year. I'll see you next year. He leaves the office, and my mother's right away like, get dressed. We're like, okay. And she's pulling my brother Menachem, he must have been 9. I don't know. She's pulling his pants like this, showing the room. She's like, you don't weigh enough. Embarrassing me in front of the doctor like I don't food, because in her head, she's feeding. She was making more food than I knew of anyone.
Yeah.
We were poor, but we always had, she was making a stew. She was chopping this. Like, she was really like,
trying.
So to her, it's like such a bad look in front of a doctor that she doesn't, and like it's his fault. Like he has anything to do with what the hell he weighs. So then my mother started implementing like more of a piece system. Like she's like, give me 2 more pieces. I'm like, I just gave you my 2 pieces. He's got to eat his pieces because I'm telling you, I finished my pieces.
Were you the funniest?
Everybody was funny.
Everybody.
A lot of people were funny. My mother is also the funniest.
Oh, really?
More so, my mother goes, well, what are you laughing? We laughed at my mother with her and together.
Uh-huh.
Why is that funny? Because everything you do is funny, Mom. Like, everything she did was funny.
Yeah.
And we all just enjoyed, including her, laughing at her.
Yeah. Did she have wit, or was it just...
Incredible.
Yeah.
I mean, and also she was just... The culture, like, that's another thing about, like, growing up poor, in an urban setting versus rural.
Yeah.
I'm just, like, so lucky because I was literally like marinating
Right.
simmering, like in culture, and in particular, my mother loved movies.
Yeah.
Always was renting videos.
Uh-huh.
She loved reading and music. My mother had hundreds of records.
Right.
Was constantly at garage sales. Is the kind of person that goes through those and finds a great record,
Yeah.
puts it on. And yeah, I was surrounded by so much art and different things. I grew up on, Spike Lee and
Right.
Woody Allen and just, tons of music.
Amazing. It sounds a little bit. Did you ever read Harpo Speaks?
Why have I heard that?
It's Harpo, one of the Marx Brothers. It's a great book. It's really great. And the Marx Brothers grew up very poor, and in New York, and the way you're talking, it's kind of similar to their story. They were like, all of them were funny. The ones we never even met were the funniest.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
It was just in that Jewish culture, that storytelling, that poor, but then they realize it and leave really early and go out and do their thing. And he's always, Harpo, as opposed to Groucho, was so positive. It was all like, this is going to be great. We're going to do great.
Yeah, yeah. I have a positivity about me too, in a way that people don't, like, it's a juxtaposition that people think like, oh, but it's like, for me to complain is to enjoy.
Right.
Like, it's really not a negative thing. Like, I think people read it sometimes as negative, but I'm like, yeah, like, I'd love to go on the boat. I do think it's going to be very sunny. Like, it's just like, these aren't.
Yeah.
It's part of enjoying it. Like, so.
Right.
I don't know.
So do you think that watching her gave you the kind of quiet work ethic? Because like you start out writing and...
Yeah, I don't know. I just think a lot of us, I think nobody is hungry. We were very hungry.
Yeah.
And I don't mean that,
Yeah, like the doctor said.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like that mean doctor.
Yeah, no. And the doctor was so nice, but she'd be like, get up, embarrassing me. The whole bus ride home, we were like hitting him. You embarrassed Matt, the doctor. Like, we were all blaming him for what the hell he weighed. We don't know.
I like the story, though, because I thought you were going to say that they got to you and you were really skinny.
No.
I thought you were going to be the littlest of them.
I actually was fine.
No, that's funny.
He was, and we were like hitting him on the bus. You don't weigh enough, you idiot. Like, as if it has anything to do with him. Like, you would just get a reading back. Oh, you're 87 pounds. Terrific. Like, I don't know what this means. At a 10, should I be, I don't know, should I be 90? Should I be 70? Like, you just don't know what the hell weight.
I'm just me.
Yeah. And he got up there, and it's little. I'm like, oh. And then every year after, we're like, he's not going to weigh enough.
Poor guy.
And he was just the skinny, and he's to this day, tall, skinny, lanky type guy.
We'd like to thank the good people at Monarch Money for sponsoring today's program. Monarch Money is a great tool. If you ever have anything in your life that deals with money, you need Monarch Money. It's hard to keep track of everything. You've got your accounts, you've got your insurance, you've got your investments, you've got things that you open up for your kids. There's a lot of it, and it's kind of spreads. And before you know it, you lose track of stuff. People ask you, do you have these documents? Do you have this idea of what your interest rate is? You know what you're saving? And, a lot of times you don't, because it's a lot to keep track of. And that's where the good people at Monarch come in. You'll feel organized and confident with your finances with Monarch Money. It's an all-in-one personal finance tool that brings your entire financial life together in one clean interface on your laptop or your phone. And right now, for our listeners, Monarch is offering 50% off your first year. It's built for people with very busy lives. If you've been organizing your finances, Monarch is really for you. It does all of the heavy lifting. It links your accounts in minutes. It gives you clear data visuals, smart categorization of your spending, and real control over your money. I mean, there's a lot of times when you start organizing, you realize you could be making more money. You could be not wasting as much money when you're more organized. Monarch isn't just another finance app. It's a tool real professionals and experts actually love. It's named the best budgeting app of 2025 by the Wall Street Journal. Forbes rated it as its best app for couples, named in CNBC's top fintech companies in the world, and passionate Reddit community of over 34,000 users that shape how the product is developed. It's really pretty great. I mean, efficiency and organization, who has that in every aspect of their lives? And a lot of times it's the things that you don't understand, and you look at people and you're like, how do they have their act together? Sometimes you need help. And if you don't know people in the finance world, now you do. So don't let financial opportunities slip through the cracks. Use the code PAPA, P-A-P-A, at monarchmoney.com in your browser for half off your first year. That's 50% off your first year at monarchmoney.com with the code PAPA.
We'd like to thank the good people at mood.com for sponsoring today's program. How's your life? How's your life? Is everything perfect? Are you sleeping great? Do you have zero stress? Do you have a perfect appetite? Do you have no worries, no problems, nothing to contend with? Well, then you don't need this. But if you're a normal human being and you have something going on in your life that could probably do a little better, mood.com steps in. Mood.com has created an entire line of functional gummies that target specific health concerns with 100% federally legal THC blends. They'll deliver them discreetly right to your doorstep. And you can get 20% off your first order at mood.com, promo code PAPA, P-A-P-A. I went on the website. I encourage you to do the same, because you kind of just, it's all broken down by these different categories of what you need. If there's you need a little sleepy time, if you need you want something that's going to give you some activity and some energy with no hangover. It's really a pretty exciting site to be able to pinpoint. And I've always said this, when I grew up when THC was not legal, and then I came into adulthood, and now it's legal, and I'm always craving something specific. Like, what is the right one that would be right for me? It's not going to make me feel hungover. It's not going to make me feel too out of my mind, that kind of thing. And this seems to be a great solve for that. How about their Epic Euphoria gummies? Perfect for those days when nothing's going on. When nothing's going right and you just need to hit the reset button on your crappy mood. Oh, that sounds nice. Or their sleepy time gummies that make you sleep in 15 minutes flat with no grogginess when you wake up. That sounds pretty good. What makes these different is how they're paired. THC and other cannabinoids with herbs and adaptogens. You're just not going to find gummies like this in a dispensary or anywhere for that matter. And they have gummies for literally everything. Immune support, menopause relief, PMS symptoms, mental clarity, sexual arousal. They're all grown on family-owned farms, no pesticides, no BS, and they can ship to most states in the U.S. Best of all, not only does Mood stand behind everything with an industry-leading 100-day satisfaction guarantee, but as I mentioned, listeners get 20% off their first order with the code PAPA. So head to mood.com, browse their amazing selection of functional gummies, and find the perfect gummy for whatever you're dealing with. And remember to use the promo code PAPA at checkout to save 20% off your first order.
ButcherBox for sponsoring today's program. Does your freezer look like a crime scene? A lot of frozen things with fuzz on them and like freezer burn and weird Ziploc things that you said you were going to get to and then you never did, and now you can't even identify what it is that you have. Then you need ButcherBox. Clean out that old stuff and spend some time at butcherbox.com. It delivers top quality, responsibly sourced proteins right to your door. No more mystery meats, no sketchy sourcing, just better options at your fingertips. There's nothing better than knowing that you have a freezer full of great stuff from ButcherBox. They deliver better meat and seafood straight to your door, including 100% grass-fed beef, free-range organic chicken, pork raised crate-free, and wild-caught seafood. All ButcherBox proteins are sourced from partners who meet strict animal welfare and sustainability standards. That's good. That's the only way you should be buying any of this stuff. That means no antibiotics or added hormones ever. Whether you're feeding a growing family or trying to eat clean without the stress, ButcherBox offers curated and fully customizable plans that fit your schedule and your preferences. It really is a cool thing. I've had chicken cutlets in there. I had these amazing ribs. I actually had a dream about the ribs that I forgot barbecue sauce, and I had them defrosting for the next day, and thankfully I did have it. But it is really so nice to know that you've got this stuff, and then you're excited about it, so you actually use it, and then you keep an eye on it and when you're going to get to it. And also, if you have dogs, they get happy because they see you going to the grill, and they know they're going to get something on the back end. Right now, ButcherBox is offering our listeners $20 off their first box and free protein for a year. Go to butcherbox.com/papa to get this limited time offer and free shipping always. That's butcherbox.com/papa. Don't forget to use our link so they know that we sent you. It's a great way to support the podcast and get some great stuff for you and your family to eat. ButcherBox.
Let me ask you this. You're smart.
Thank you.
You know how the world works. What do you think the real thought is behind the government now, like cutting SNAP, like cutting the things that benefit the poorest of the poor? That these families, like my sister runs a nonprofit in New Jersey, feeding people in like the inner cities, and it's like those. Like, what do you think the thinking is behind them? It's
just a grab bag. It's just now. It's like, we're at the end. It's kind of like a company having to squeeze profits. Like, how much cheaper could Walmart make things, for instance? Mm-hmm. Not that much cheaper. So where are they going to cut? Wages, salaries, whatever. Right. They're going to try and get those prices down, right, to be as competitive and profitable as possible. Mm-hmm. The government, this is such a long thing.
I know,
but since the government stopped working for the people and started working for companies, for corporations, the government isn't of the people, by the people, for the people. It is still of the people, our tax dollars, but it's for the corporation. Mm-hmm. With lobbyism, which right, is, private companies or even publicly traded companies have representation in the government, and they lobby to that government to get money, right, which is only raised by the poor, by people.
Right.
When I say the poor, the people, because compared to that, everybody is the poor, but by people.
Yeah.
And that money goes back to companies. So it's a double dip. We're collecting taxes from private citizens. Mm-hmm. It's not going back to citizens who need it.
Right.
It's going to companies. They have to justify this lobby gave this much in donations, so we owe them this. Mm-hmm. They have to. So it's there isn't a reason but to pay their corporate, but to pay corporate. It's really a money grab. It's not even like they don't care. They don't even think about it. It's not even a care. It's not even close to a care. So, to me, I think the government has long just been another bloated company.
Right.
And it works as a company. It does not work as a government.
And the way it's going now, it's like there's no pretense of hiding it. That the administration is now making deals with like NVIDIA and getting 15% of their profit. Like it's
no, exactly. But it never was. I would say that I'm not the first person to say this, but I don't know how to attribute. But I've always thought this too.
I'll give you the credit.
Thank you. No, but it's like Republicans aren't hiding it. The difference of Democrats and Republicans, for a large part, and there's other smaller differences, is that like Democrats were faking it at least,
right?
But Republicans are just saying it. So both are horrible. For me, it's never been about red versus blue, but rich versus poor.
Yeah.
And that's just long been the case.
Yeah.
I was not alive when the government worked for the people. Mm-hmm. I've only been born into a corporate government structure. So I really don't know. To me, it's another company that's just trying to take stuff. I will say we, in Canada, we did get welfare.
Yeah.
And also, probably not as much as it should be. But for people who say like, oh, it's like the freeloader or whatever,
Yeah.
which maybe there's a small percentage of that, who cares? Kids like me who have been asked to be born nothing.
Right.
And my family has done so well.
Yeah.
I've more than paid back the welfare stipend you guys gave me.
Right. Right.
More.
Right.
And so has every single one of my family. And we
Yeah.
were so grateful. But those programs, it's just
their lifeline.
they're barely, but they're so, they don't even have to be lifeline. They could be robust and they could help people and really create bridges. But the government just doesn't work for the people.
Yeah.
It is a company working
Yeah.
with other companies, and its main focus is to take your money and give it to companies.
Yeah.
Like that, it collects
You're right.
and it divvies back to the
Yeah.
companies, which is the people it serves. It doesn't serve the people; it serves its lobbies. So,
Yeah.
and then beyond that, I mean, everybody can call you conspiracy or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Beyond that, I think it's theatrics. The government is also like a theatrical thing, a distraction from world powers working with each other in ways that I'm not privy to. But, the Epstein things, all these, large super PACs. And
All to keep us focused on.
I just think there's a lot beyond government. Like government is a theatrics that keeps us distracted by these issues. And
Right.
so we're here. But really behind that, they're just running it like a company.
Right.
And on top of that, they're going to let us squabble about those things.
Right.
And then they're making huge arms deals and huge things that I can't even conceptualize, really. So to
Right.
me, it's felt theatrical. It's been theatrical.
Do you think it's sustainable? Do you think that at a certain point, when there's enough Walmart people that are not being paid,
No,
that
you have
they
crashes.
storm wall? Right?
No, I'm saying it's not sustainable because you can't bring profits. Suddenly it'll bubble, crash again.
Right.
Bubble, crash again. I mean, I've never grown up in a good time. Somebody my age, when I was graduating university, we had a recession. We were in a recession.
Right.
After 2008, like for the next
Yeah.
5 years, like anybody graduating, there was like, I knew people who like smart people who got into law school and stuff who didn't have jobs because,
Yeah.
And then, it started like 9/11, the recession. Then there was like, then there was like Trump. Then there was like COVID. Then it's like another crash. The housing, like,
Yeah.
now it was like wars. Now we're in 3 wars. Like, I just have never known a good
time. Yeah, it's
so
true.
I just try and create it here. All I know is like, well,
I think it was only between 1990 and 94. That was it.
well,
good
okay, and I was very poor back then. We were very poor back then.
That's when it seemed like it was okay.
It's odd because I feel like I get like when everybody was having like a good time in the 90s, we were poor and it was destitute. And now like whenever there's like in COVID, I sold my first show.
Right.
And then it's this weird thing where it's
Yeah.
like I can't enjoy with everyone else. Like I feel weird, like I'm having a bit of a moment. I'm excited. And you go, oh,
Yeah, the things are pretty good.
yeah, it's like,
For me.
yeah, it's just such a weird, like,
Yeah.
like when the whole world's doing great, we're like, why can't we have McDonald's?
Right,
And now
right.
in the whole world, I'm like, I
Yeah.
should find something to wear to the Emmys. So it's
What are you
just-
going to wear to the Emmys?
Don't even. It's just
Come
a
on.
disaster.
What are you going to do?
I'm fine. I don't know. You.
Because you're in hacks and you're wearing this business suit, which is
Yeah.
you look good in a suit. You look
It's
like
fine. I don't
you
like to
kinda
look too much like a lesbian, but then it's like few people look more like a lesbian than I do. Like I also struggle too. So, but I'm like, so. But
What are you
yeah.
thinking? I know you're thinking.
Black. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't overthink it.
You'll
Nobody's there to
sharp.
look at me.
You can
Also,
do one of
when
those dresses where your leg sticks out.
Yeah, exactly. The good news is when you're married to someone like my wife, I don't have to do much.
Right. Yeah.
It's
Let her do the bling and you do that.
Yeah, let them look at her.
You ever
I'm
think,
looking at her. What's the difference?
how's your marriage going?
Incredible.
Yeah, you in love?
Beyond.
That's great.
So happy. I never thought of really like, yeah, It's just amazing.
How did you meet?
We met outside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who approached who?
Her friend approached me about my stand-up, and then I saw she was in a group with them, and I was like, never mind you. Who's this? Yeah.
It's very nice. Do you want kids?
No.
Yeah.
Oh my God. No, after that conversation. No, she's
You never
my
know.
baby. I'm her
I
baby.
bet some of your
We
siblings
both
have
had-
kids.
Yeah, we both, but a lot don't.
Yeah.
A lot of my siblings actually don't have kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
It's a
both had
lot.
tumultuous childhoods, and we want to just give ourselves the childhoods we never, as grown-ups, we don't,
Oh, that's interesting.
But it's like we want to just give ourselves the lives that our little selves that we wanted to give them.
Wow. That's
Yeah.
really sweet.
Yeah.
That's amazing. So you like going to Disney? Or
No, we're not childlike at the same time. And by the way, to the Disney adults, I mean, my little sister says, if you're grown up into Disney, there's some things you keep to yourself. You can have a private life. We don't want to know,
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I'm just saying it's like the kind of love and care. Like, I've talked about this a bit, but even like when I see myself as a kid, like my whole thing has been, because a lot of growing up the way I grew up, in addition to, my mother was self-raising.
Right.
Especially you move out at 17,
Right.
you move out, So I've gotten very good at the self-parental. I've never done drugs.
Yeah.
Even though I knew if I had two parents, they would say, don't do that.
Right.
So I would try and do that at 17, and
yeah.
I really instilled those things in me.
Wow.
I said, you can't have anything else wrong.
Right.
Okay, now you're doing gay. No, you're not doing drugs if you're doing gay. It's one or the other.
How many challenges do you want?
Yeah. It's like one or the
How
other.
hard do you want to make this game?
Yeah, like so exactly.
Yeah.
So things like that. But I
Yeah.
always hear my little self in me, like, little Robbie, and I'm like, hey, I'm trying to get you there as soon as I can.
All right.
I see what you want. I know you want out. I know you want this, that, the other.
Yeah.
I am doing what I can. You're not old. You don't understand what I'm up against. There's netbos. There's billionaires. It is a whole landscape. You have no fucking clue what I'm dealing with out here. But I'm trying to get you there
Yeah.
as soon as humanly possible
That's really nice.
and get you everything that you ever wanted. And Gabby and I do that for each other and just give ourselves like the warmth and the comfort and love that
Oh, that's great.
we want. Yeah.
That's amazing. Would you get a pet?
We have two pets.
What do you got?
I have a cat who I love.
Yeah.
And Gabby has a dog. Technically, we both have, but it's Gab's dog
Yeah.
and it's my cat.
All right. What's the cat's name?
Her name is Nam.
Num.
Yeah, I don't know how it came about. I have so many different nicknames for her. The dog terrifies her.
Amazing. Oh, really?
Yeah, because he's huge and fluffy.
And
He's
just
very friendly. And
yeah.
she's like, no, I don't want to be assaulted right now.
Right. Leave me alone.
Like, she likes to cuddle and gentle. And he's like, yeah. And by the way, pets aren't kids. Also, the
Yeah.
thing is, it's like, oh, you don't have kids, you have pets. Like, that's like saying, like, oh, you don't have kids, did you have dinner? Like, it's like, to me, it's like, I know that some people are like, oh, my dog is my thing. It's
my
not
baby.
a baby. Shut up.
Yeah.
They're very different things. I would never even purport to understand what it's like to have a child, let alone birth a child, let alone, it's just, it's another, it's not even close.
Yeah.
So it's not even worth doing that.
No, you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not
I mean,
even
it's a
like
deep
a
love.
kid.
It's a deep love.
It's a love.
But
It's a
not
great love.
it's not a love that your love for your pet you can kind of control.
Yeah.
The thing with the kid is completely you're just a victim of it. You're just
Yeah.
it's just happening and you
See, I can't even understand that.
Yeah.
Because you have to know.
yeah.
Okay. A pet, I know now. I know it's not close. And I'm obsessed with my cat. Anybody who knows me. Like, I am singing night and day to her.
Yeah.
Like, with my whole heart. Like,
Right.
I sing like my whole, like, serenading.
Are you a good singer?
You know what? Gab thinks I'm actually an okay singer.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
That's cool.
I'm not a good singer, though. I
Yeah.
wouldn't say I sing, but for singing in the car,
Yeah.
singing I'm not bad.
Right. It's amazing. I was well, I think the only time we met is at the Comedy Store. And I brought you up. and I got nervous about the pronouns.
I know.
And I was because you don't want to mess it up, especially if you're meeting somebody new and you don't know which way they go. So I avoided it.
Good.
And I just used Robbie.
Yeah, that's fine. It was a real flop, they, them. And they tried it.
It was yeah.
No, it was a flop. It didn't catch. I said it was easy. It's not easy. And it wasn't seamless. Like they keep saying it wasn't seamless. If it was seamless, it would have happened. Like it wasn't seamless. Just call it what it is. It's like vegan. I said this to Sarah Silverman. Vegan didn't have. It was a big lift. It's too expensive for people. It's inaccessible, and it's a flop. Okay, and produce itself is very expensive. We have so many issues to tackle before vegan becomes the they them. Okay, these were mostly rich kids who went to Wesleyan, who had good lives, and this and that, and they needed something to wrong. People like me, we got roped into it.
You were dragged in.
And then it was even worse. It became this thing where like people were worried. Like when I used to walk in, they'd be like, "Hey, Robbie, whatever."
Yeah.
Now it's like people like, "What are your pronouns?" It's like, you know what? I'd rather not talk. I don't know. It's like, why am I now confronting? Like, obviously something's off. Obviously something's weird. Like, why do you have to go right
why are we leading with this?
Yeah, it's like, oh, do you have a big dick or a small dick? It's like, I would rather not.
I just got here.
Yeah, it's this weird thing where it like forces people who are like, and first of all, and I have to like, and I never did the they them, but it's like, am I so proud she? No, I don't like the word. It's like, why? Yeah, I'm a lady. Like, I don't want to, I also don't want to do that.
Right.
Like, just, you know what? If I do think, okay, if you really want to do the they, them, okay, then it has to be on you. You have to tell people, by the way, I'm they, them.
Right.
If you can try and do it. I know it's not seamless.
And it's
but it can't be the whole world, has to now change how they greet. If that happens naturally, how you change how you greet. Like sometimes we went into saying sup. We went into,
Right.
like sup wasn't like you need to say sup.
Yeah.
What's up or whatever. It's like if it naturally comes about, sure. But the implementation of it was you didn't roll it out good.
You can't declare you have a new nickname.
Yeah, no, you botch exactly. You
I'm
botched the
now.
roll out. You botched the roll out. If it happened organically, great.
Yeah.
But language has to change over time, kind of, from the to I hear you. Yes, we've had some natural changes. This one is a big one, and it wasn't coming from the greatest people. It was coming from a lot of the same. That said, if you're some, and I've met real they thems, and they're going, it's brutal. By the way, they didn't ask real they thems what we would have gone. I wouldn't have gone with the plural.
Right.
Like we didn't have a summit. Nobody said, oh, these are some options we're thinking for people who are in between or something. And they just like took it upon themselves, they, them. And I'm like, no, I get it can be used in a singular sense. If you hit somebody in a car, you didn't see who hit you, you'd be like, they hit me.
Right.
I get it. But it's not, most senses, it's not used that way.
Yeah.
Yes, it can be, but that's like a million things.
Yeah. It didn't work. I mean, there was that, like, when I was bringing you up, I was like, I think you're hilarious. I want to be respectful. So I was like, I don't want to blow it.
Of course, but here's the thing. Let's say you blew
it. Giving pause for a minute was like I get that. Like you're respecting other people.
Yes, I agree.
Right, but
let's say you did blow it. It's like we're acting that being offended is the worst thing in the world now. Let's say you hurt my feelings. Okay. What, I should live in a world where my feelings are never hurt?
Right.
Like, what are we talking about?
Yeah.
Like, let's say you accidentally hurt somebody's feelings. Sorry, I hurt your feelings. It's just like, we're going to be happy, sad, mad, frustrated, all of the things.
Yeah.
But people who act like, and that was offensive. Okay, you got offended. Right. You're not in Gaza. Right. Yeah. Like, there's a lot worse.
Right.
Like, it's like crazy that this is like, that being offended is the worst. No, it means you feel something great.
It means you live in a very comfortable situation.
Yeah, and it's just like, I don't know. Let's say somebody hurt my feelings. I have no problem saying, by the way, that hurt my feelings.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Okay,
be like, I'm sorry. I won't do it again.
Yeah, I try to be better. It's like, What happened to like go back to kindergarten?
Right.
Go up to him. I'm sorry, Matthew, I kicked you because I wanted to play with the stethoscope and you had it. I should have waited my turn.
Yeah.
And I'll try and wait my turn next time. And Matthew goes, oh, it's okay. You can have it now. Fantastic.
Great. We're all friends.
Great.
Well, that's nice to hear. It's true. Yeah, it has to evolve. Language has to naturally
Everything
evolve.
natural. I'm naturally who I am.
Yeah.
That's the thing. It's like I wasn't trying. You know. I had a therapist once who said, "Would you feel more comfortable if you wore female clothes, or if you chose like more feminine presenting, so you wouldn't always like walk in being." And I said, "But I don't choose. Like literally, when I see the Uniqlo, I see the men's section and the women's section." My head just naturally gravitates. Oh, they have new brown cords in. I wonder if they have my size.
Right.
Like I'm not choosing my taste.
Yeah.
It's really just what I like. It almost just like what I like.
Yeah. Well, that's what that's why your comedy's so great. It's very authentic.
This is what's happened.
This isn't an act.
Yeah, and it's not for everyone.
Yeah.
By the way, I'm wearing what happened to me very well.
Right.
This, it is a bizarre person to be. But I think I was the right person to be this person.
Are you comfortable?
Very.
That's good.
Randomly, I'm very like. It's the thing is I also, and that's not to say, and I'm joking, and I always do all of this, and in jest and gist.
Yeah. Just.
But yeah, I never needed anybody else to really be comfortable about. I'm always like, if I'm good with me, I'm good. I don't need to be understood. I don't need, it's like, well, people just want to be heard or something like that.
Yeah.
If you're listening to me, you're hearing me, that's phenomenal, obviously.
Right.
But I don't, I've never like, if you don't understand me, great, okay. I don't understand space. There's a lot of things I don't understand.
Yeah, I don't have to come get you.
It's like, I don't know. I just need, I have always felt like, well, what if I'm right? Everything, like even when I was gay with God, I was like, I think God kind of fucks with me. Like I think He likes me. Like for better or worse. Like I actually think like we just kick it. Like I don't think it's like it's like I've never felt like God has like I've been like if there's a God, I feel like we kind of get along.
Right.
Like He just likes me. He's like, yeah, it's not the best thing you're gay, but what can we do? Like he's kind of like it's other people who've had, but I've never felt like I had this huge. Like I was wrong.
Right.
I always felt like this feels right and natural.
Yeah.
Whatever feels organic is kind of what I'm going with.
Well, I hope this isn't uncomfortable because we do a thing called an uncomfortable moment here.
Great.
And we put together.
And my last thing on the they them.
Yeah.
I also think for some people, maybe they them language is like the most important thing. To me, language is like as long as I get to be me. Like to me,
right.
Like some people will be in a dress and will be they them, and that's the most important thing. That even though I'm wearing a dress, I'm still somewhere in the middle. I get that. But for me, I'm like, I just want to wear, be, do what I want.
Mm-hmm.
Language is like the last, like the she, her.
Right.
Like that's like getting rid of my tits was way up on my list.
Right.
Like that was like my first thing. Like just like, I don't really, like words felt a lot more changeable or not that important because they're just like, words are actually assigned.
Right.
It's like dudes, back when they took when language was starting, I have to imagine that like dudes got dibs on all the cool words, right? Like they're like, we'll take dick, cock, and I'm like, they left us with pussy and vulva. I'm like I never would have chose those ones. It's like
fallopian.
we were picking both. It's like, hey, you got dick, we'll take cock. You take, okay. I'm not taking vulva. If I take vulva, you got to take, okay, you got balls.
Yeah.
It was like the weirdest, like it was just an assignment of what to call the thing. So words I didn't really, they're like, in a way they're right that they're assigned the words, but in a way it's like, that's why it like matters the least to me. It's not to me a fact necessarily.
Right. No, that makes sense.
But if words is the most important thing to you,
yeah.
well, you flop the roll out.
Like I said, this is a little uncomfortable. It's not terribly uncomfortable. You don't get uncomfortable. This is, we fed AI what we thought, like, just to take a synopsis of what you've been up to during this great year and where your future is.
No.
And This is you.
No.
In the future.
No, this
If you-
is. By the way,
it thinks if you continue pickleball, you're going to.
by the way, it doesn't know that. And so in the future, I get a boob job. I put the tits back on.
Your boobs are back,
Wait, the boobs are back,
and your hair's longer.
and my hair is in a full ponytail.
I just want you to know this is what AI thinks could happen to you. So keep,
And I would
keep
never
your
pick
eyes
the
open.
hot pink sneaker. Like the hot pink shoe. But that said, I'm ripped as hell.
Yeah, you're pretty. This is LA too long.
Yeah, I got to work out. There's no question. Looking at this now, I've come around. AI is trying to tell me something.
It's trying to give you some clues.
No, because I'm like skinny but lumpy. Like I'm like lucky skinny. Like I don't
What
do
do you mean
anything.
lumpy?
No, it's like when an 8-year-old boy is skinny. It's like wait, he's not. There's nothing there. There's no substance. That's the way I am.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes.
Have you ever gotten so lost that you thought you might die?
Yes.
What
yes.
happened?
This is one of my worst memories. I can't believe you asked me this. I don't know when I was thinking about this, but I had I dated a pedophile when I was
What?
19. She was 34.
Yeah.
Okay, now my sister knew she was a pedophile, obviously. No, not really. You know, my sister's like, I thought she was impressive. She owned her own juice stand, like a
Yeah.
Jamba Juice in the mall,
That's impressive.
right? I thought, well, that's excellent, right? Like
Yeah.
she's got her own business, she's making money.
Big
You
deal.
know, I'm in school. My sister's like, you're gonna, because I had gotten into this good school, I got into McGill. She's like, you're gonna surpass her. You're very smart. There's something wrong with her that she wants to be with a 19-year-old. Meanwhile, she's like picking me up from school. I'm like, oh yeah, my class ends at 2:30. She's like there, you know. I'm like, guys, I gotta go. She's here. I gotta, you know. I was like, just in the cafeteria, like, guys, so I gotta go. She's here, and they're like, what a weirdo. But we did a Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
And her family lived, I want to say, 3.5 hours north of Montreal. Christmas around Montreal, it's like minus 40.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so there's driving notices and not driving notices. You have to drive with chains.
Yeah.
Or, some roads are cleared, some aren't. So we were going to beat this storm. We start driving. And we're like a half hour from the house. And we're going through northern Quebec.
Whoa.
Just really pitch black. No, just the brights on, no lights. And we go up a hill and we start slipping. We can't get up it. The car stops. We have no chains. She had a bag of salt in the car in the back. She starts like doing the salt. This is when I like became masked. I realized, I have to be the dyke in a relationship going forward.
Right.
Because this dyke didn't get it done. Like I was
Right.
still like sitting back being the girl like at this point, but I'm like, oh no, if we're going lesbian, we're going all the way at this point. Like you're
skills.
gonna have to like just depend on you, yourself, and you. Like that's what this is gonna be.
Yeah.
You know. And she put the salt and it nothing. And we were no service on the phones.
Yeah.
Literally middle wilderness Quebec. Nothing road. No one coming. It's Christmas Eve.
Ooh.
Nobody coming, nobody going.
Oh, jeez.
Everybody who's living in the middle of nowhere is already.
Oh.
And she comes back into the car. I'm thinking like, okay, she's going to try again. She keeps trying. I've moved zero. Okay, we turn off the heat. We turn on. We probably have without heat in the car an hour. I don't know.
Yeah.
Not even probably.
Yeah.
And I go, she goes, we have to walk. We're going to have to start walking. So I'm like, you could freeze to death. So we put on all of our layers. We didn't have snow pants because we weren't expecting. So we remember layering up. And all we had for food was the wine that we were bringing to the family. So I don't know. We put that in our coats just as an emergency, like to have something nutrition. I don't even know. And I don't know. She takes her first step off the road, and the snow goes to your, like to your thigh. You're just.
Oh no.
You need snowshoes in this. Obviously, we have no snowshoes. She starts walking, and it's only then when we start walking that I'm like, oh, we could like literally die.
Yeah.
But I wasn't. If I was her age, 34 at this now, like
Right.
I would know that. But I was like, she must have known we are near death.
Yeah.
And I'm 19. Like, of course she's got it,
Yeah.
right? And we're in the dead, and we see a light, and I'm like, oh my God, there's a light. There's a house.
Yeah.
We go to this house. I don't know. We were walking maybe 10 minutes, and we
Jeez.
look up in the house, and it's just a man in his underwear, boxers, whatever,
Yeah.
old man, who sees us and shoos us away. That doesn't let us in his house.
What?
Okay. But by this point, we notice there's like another, okay, we're in a somewhat residential, like there's farms here.
There's a couple more
You know?
homes. Yeah.
So we walk to this man doesn't even not worried that we're outside his home. He lived in, like, I want to say his house was probably the size of this, like a shack,
Yeah.
maybe off grid, like a stove oven type of situation.
Jeez.
And he's got the heat going. He's in his, he's got a fire. We walk to the other one, and this is like almost made me straight again. We go to the house. we go to the other house. Beautiful house this time. This house was like out of a movie, Christmas and whatever. And this whole thing was literally a movie.
Yeah.
And we get to the door, and it's this amazing French family. Everybody's French there. And we tell them what happened. My ex was French. And they right away spring into action. This woman, this couple, they were probably like in their 60s. They're like, Garçon, tata, Jean-Michel. Like, everybody, these three strapping men, I want to say enormous men. Christmas dinner was just had. You can see everything. There's like gifts still.
Sweaters.
Okay. They get up. They're all in French. They have a tractor. They have a this. They're going to pull the car out. Like, it's a Christmas miracle. The mother is taking off our boots, which our feet were frozen. At this point, she's putting them in hot water. We had to like de-thaw our feet.
Amazing.
And I was like, j'ai rien, j'ai juste la vin. I was like, I just have this wine. And I was like, please. They refused to take the wine. They tractored up the car, drove it all the way the half hour.
To your destination?
To the destination.
No.
And drove Christmas Eve. And they had their kids, like they had then all of those guys' kids, and they were watching, and they were like, come. And it was really
Amazing.
a Christmas miracle. And they were incredible. And there was no way to notify the family when we got, like, they were like, oh my God, you missed it. Like, because there was no phones, like no service up there.
Jeez.
So yeah, we were fully saved.
How long did you stay with her after that?
It was not long. It was not long. Yeah.
Are you a city mouse? Like, what's scarier to you, a cabin in the woods or a dark alley in a city?
Both are horrifying for different reasons. It's like when people ask me the difference of New York and LA. New York's a dump, LA's a shithole. I mean, where else are you going to live, though? It's like, I don't... they're both horrible. Scary is scary. Like, I just have to, you pivot which scary I'm in.
Yeah.
I don't like a bear. I don't like a wolf. And I don't like to be raped. So I'm in no mood for either.
You have, you're working with Steve Carrell.
I know.
I worked with him on a failed TV show once.
Oh, wow.
He's such a great guy.
He is a really good guy.
What are you playing?
I play his, I don't know. I play a character.
You're not sure yet?
No, I've been shooting the whole time, but
Oh.
I don't know if I could give the name. I don't know what I'm allowed to say. I don't need to ruin, I'm the bottom of the totem pole at
Well,
these things.
congratulations.
Thank you so much. No, it's been phenomenal. It was the kind of thing, again, where it's supposed to be one episode, and now I think we shot 7.
Wow, that's great.
Yeah, so really, really unbelievable.
That's cool.
Really
and you're
fun
working on,
experience.
you're developing your own thing over there. This is all HBO?
I know, randomly.
That's so great.
It's funny because, when the Hacks thing came out, they put the article together like, oh, Hacks, and I'm working on Untitled. But I just had sold Untitled before the Hacks thing.
Oh, nice.
So it's like perfect timing that, like, credit to HBO, they took a little bit, you know what I mean? They actually hadn't really known about all the Hacks stuff.
Wow.
We sold it independently. So that gives me more. Had they maybe done it the other way, I would feel a little bit something else.
Yeah.
But actually, I like knowing that they just liked good.
Yeah.
And that's what they were going with.
When you see yourself like 20 years from now, where are you? Are you doing stand-up? Are you on a show? Are you doing movies?
I'm doing everything.
Anything that they'll
but
give you?
I'm hopefully the Palisades is rebuilt. I'd love that green Lambo. I'd love to like vacation on one of those places that has like your hotel room is like on stilts on the water.
Right. Yeah.
Like
you can just look down at
Tahiti?
fish.
I don't know, but something like that.
Yeah.
Just yeah.
Do you think you'll be a good
And
old
hopefully,
person?
God willing, healthy.
Will you be a good old person? A good 80-year-old?
I mean, I've been 73 for a while. Like, I'm the kind of person, it is like a trans person, like, feels like once I get all the surgeries and they feel like, after their transition is finally complete or close to complete, they feel like what they look in the mirror matches who they are inside. Like, I feel like I'll turn 97 and look in the mirror, finally I'm home. Like everything inside matches the body and my program's on in the other room.
Yeah. Yeah, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
Well, this was really nice. I hope you had a good time.
Wonderful time. Blown away by the bread.
Good. I'm looking forward to hearing how you treated it when you got home.
I'm literally this will be done by tomorrow. It's that good.
Oh, that's good.
Like I could live on this and a piece of cheese. That's my Montreal.
Yeah,
show.
I know. It is beautiful.
Yeah. On that, thank you so much. My podcast, Too Far, is Patreon only. New York Times calls it addictive, but given its too far nature, we have been demonetized on YouTube. So we are Patreon only.
Oh, really?
We are still going and bigger than ever. That's okay. That's no problem.
Oh, that's nice.
That's no problem.
Yeah, right. We should join up.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, this was really nice getting to spend some time with you.
Yeah.
We got it, kids.